What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. As you can tell, I'm out here sweating my tail off today. It's just a little warm. Today is finally the day. But first off, we're gonna be working on the wiring, and I'm going to show y'all what's going on with the motor. I did tear down the motor, so let's take a look at it. All right, so like I said, I did tear down the motor. These are what the pistons look like. There was no, I cleaned them up with a wire wheel. I mean, it is what it is. There was no contact at all on all 8 pistons. There's some scarring on the walls, but for the most part, the walls look really healthy. There's no catching on my fingernail or anything. The cam looked good. One lifter was fixing to go. Overall, we will be using this motor. It turns over fine. I can't turn it over because the flywheel keeps hitting this one. It's leaning over a little bit. So, but yeah, we are going to be using this motor, guys. I got all the other stuff over there. You see, I've been, my shop's a wreck right now. But yeah, like I said, the motor turns over fine. We will be reusing the ARP head studs. So this came out of a 2005 model Silverado 2500, whatever you want to call it. So, but like I said, we will be using it. I got a few things. I got to order head gaskets, everything. This is just an engine update. Got to order things for it. I got to get an oil pan, get it redone for the turbo drain. I got to tap this for the alternator. But yeah, I know somebody asked about why not checking this, checking that. If the valve train isn't moving, I mean, you got to look into it. But for those that might want to know, there was no piston to valve contact at all. It's a bunch of grease on top of it. But this motor, like I said, this motor was sitting for a hot minute before I got it from a buddy of mine. So, but for the most part, we are going to be using the motor. It is good. I was able to take it to Dakota. He took out this, he welded up this bolt that was broke off and pulled it out for me. Thank you, Dakota. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I got the bolt I broke off into the bell housing. I got it out. Got it tapped, redone. For the most part, the motor's clean. I'm going to bag it up, put a bag over it, keep it somewhat, keep all the dirt daubers out of it that I have that live around my house. So, yeah. Now, let's get on to the video that I planned on making today. So, as y'all know, in the last video, we finished up the fuel pump system. Today, I have been working on something well, not today, but over the past few weeks, I've been working on something I've been wanting to do. Should have done it in the beginning, but with these cars, you live, you learn, and you just progress further and make the build better over time. So that's what I've been doing. On time I get, I've been ordering some parts, some wiring, and yeah, let me show you what I got. So yeah, I got this. I redone the relay board. Let me zoom out. I redid a relay board, went to a fuse box rather than a fuse with all the fuses and everything outwards. This is my ground wire. I have done bench tested everything. Everything does work. I routed my wire a little bit nicer. Just, I can't stand a rat's nest, and that's what was going on up underneath that dash. So we got everything mounted here, the MAC valves. I had to cut this because I've been test fitting it inside the car. That's where the trans tunnel hits and where I have it mounted. As you can tell, I've already got the hole. I got one hole right there, one hole right there, and one hole right there. And it's going to be spaced outwards. Again, I've already bench tested everything. Everything works. All the relays work. I got this box off of Amazon. Let me open it. So I've already got relays in there. I got fuses. I need to add 2 more fuses over here, but I'll worry about that when we start hooking all this up. The expansion module, I got it. Everything bolted down. Everything is not going anywhere. So I got it. So whenever we decide to start using this for anything, sensors or anything, all we have to do is plug in, and I can route the inputs and outputs over here. If need be, we'll get another one and mount it right here and just wrap the wires around. So it's a fairly simple and a lot nicer than the relay boards you see people using. But I can't stand the rat's nest up underneath my dash. It bothers me. Somebody decides to get in and ride with me, you know, whether it be down the track or just down to the pit roads, you hit the wrong wire and something tears, or, you know, we end up losing some kind of signal on a wire. It just becomes, it doesn't sit well with me. All of these are color coded now. I would not be, it's not all one single color, you know, or anything like that. The only thing that's single color is the power wire to the inputs or whatever. So I was able to use a label maker with tube shrink to label them. I really like it. It turned out really good in my opinion. We got the solid state relay for trans brake, MAC valves, and all we gotta do is wire these up. I got a bus bar for the power. So anything that needs power, we can run off this bus bar for the most part. I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it as far as my lights and stuff. I may have to run a split and put one right here or one up underneath here and just circle it down so I can add the wire onto it, because these aren't big enough for the for a lug. Or I may be able to do it. I don't know. I just have to see. I haven't gotten that far yet with it. So we are going to start wiring back up the car here now. I am going to finish mounting this in the up underneath the dash and show y'all what it looks like with the cage and everything. And yeah, sorry guys, I've been sick here lately, so I've been working on this while I've been sick. So this is what we're going to be doing now. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and get it put in the car and show y'all what I got. All right, so we got it mounted up in the firewall now. I say it didn't turn out too bad. It's a whole lot nicer. Tell me what y'all think down in the comments. I believe it. I like it a lot better. Just because it takes away so much. Yeah, she ain't moving now. Yeah. So now the fun part begins of running fuel pump and everything like that and running it up here. Trans brake, trans fans, all this is all down in there. So yeah. Oh, another thing, we got the cable mounted on the parachute. Y'all see how I got it mounted, routed, whatever. I finally got the parachute packed. That's no fun. No fun at all. So yeah, so the cable I got a grommet there so it doesn't scrape it too bad. Yeah, we're getting things tied up on this car. I believe that is going to be my favorite part about the car now, is that relay board sitting right there. It looks so much cleaner. I still need to redo the wiring on the switch panel for that. But yeah, it's coming out very nice, guys. I'm gonna have to redo the race wire fuse block. I'm probably gonna mount it right there on the trans tunnel. I'm not really sure because my wiring comes through there. I may just have to mount it up top. I believe that'd be a good spot. Comment down below if you think so. Yeah. There were several places I wanted to mount that relay panel, but with the harness, I'd have to get an extension harness. I think they're $50 for like 8 foot of it for the CAN bus. And I don't really know how much I would need, so I'll probably order about 12 foot and just plug them in. But I thought about mounting the relay panel up here across the bars, but I believe Dakota wants to mount some weights back here too. So I'm not really 100% sure, but I believe that's where we're going to keep it, right there, guys. Right there on the firewall. If you want to see how I made that fuse block, comment down below and I'll show y'all. I might make a video on it. It's just really a bunch of tedious stuff, just a bunch of wiring. Fairly simple though. I like it a lot better than what I did as far as the relay board itself. But yeah, that's just, we're starting on wiring now. And all it is simple is just running wires, guys. I'll probably update you as I go along. Another thing, let me see. I'll show y'all what I did, because the fuel pump came with a I don't know, a little power module or something or other. But why I ended up doing that, I just put a douche connector on there. We're not going to use the white wire. We're just going to run it full time. This car isn't street driven, so therefore I'm just going to run it like it is. It won't be, I believe once I get the fuel pump run, get those wires run, and let's see, I believe that's, I gotta hook the tire lights. I gotta hook those back up, run the wires for those, run them a little bit cleaner. I think I'm about mounting them up against the wall back here, because they were just run behind. So I'm thinking about doing that. Once I get done with that, I can start putting the interior back here. I'm also waiting on a mandrel for my riv nut gun to drill in there and put some bolts in. I did not have a big enough mandrel for the big enough bolt for that. I went to a 5/16, which should be plenty big for that, holding that down. But yeah, so we got the parachute done. We're getting things done one thing at a time. I'll be ordering stuff for the motor here soon, so it's just time consuming, guys. If you got any questions about anything, comment down below, guys. I mean, this is what it is. I'm going to start running wires now and update you as I get along. All right, guys, so I've been working on the wiring a little bit. A little bit of everything, honestly. We got the fuel pump and the rear, I guess, tire lights, you want to call it. Got wire loomed up a little bit. Yeah, it needs to be brought back, but I think it should work out. What I'm planning on doing is I'm going to give me some wire holders or something and just tack it in there so it's not hanging so bad. I didn't realize that. So got most of it grounded right there. Fuel pump, the lights where we had them before. So yeah, I believe in the next coming week or so I'm going to start putting the interior back in on the back side. I've got to cut holes for the fuel. I got to cut holes for the fuel pump where the bolts go. But for the most part, everything is good to go. I got to wire up the MAC valves. I'll probably do that. Take out the panel again and go ahead and do that because I straight forgot about those. I was so excited about getting that in. But I think it turned out all right. So, yeah. I gotta figure a place to put that. I think I'm gonna mount it up. I'm not 100% sure quite yet, so we'll see on that. Then I guess I can start putting the harness back in and routing it and start plugging up everything that needs positive and start running battery cables. I need to do that again. So this time we're going to be running it to the cutoff switch that I've had put in and just haven't utilized it. So I'm going to use that because I'm tired of charging a battery. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this video. We got a motor. Just got to get the car put back together now at this point. A lot of little just tedious stuff. Yeah, so if you like this video, hit that like button. If you ain't subscribed and want to keep up to date on the car, hit the subscribe button. So until next time, we'll catch you on the next one.